What up, y'all, man? You know what you're tuned into, and if you don't, man, ballerstatus.com, man. DDTV also, that's Digital Dynasty TV, man. Advocate, what up, man? Holla at your boy, all right?
Get ready to have your little bubble burst.
Come on, Christmas. Come on, Christmas.
Hello? Oh my gosh, are you Deshante and Marcus? And you got the presents? There are presents under the tree? I did that. I got that stuff for you. I'm the one who made Christmas happen.
What about Santa? Daddy, she said there's no Santa Claus.
What is wrong with you?
No, I did a good thing. I got the letter from
the letter that said Dear Santa, not Dear Lonely White Lady.
I'm sorry. Could I offer you tickets to a live Christmas special in the tradition of Andy Williams?
Gotta ask you, man, you've been doing acting forever.
Uh-huh.
And I know you were in the ending of Sopranos.
Yeah.
I don't know if a lot of people know that.
Uh-huh.
You could do with the jacket.
Mm-hmm.
You wanna tell us what happened, man?
Man, ain't nothing happened. It went to black. It went to black, man.
That's it?
That's all they showed. I'm waiting for a box set or something so I can.
So we're gonna have to talk off camera then.
Yeah, maybe, yeah, man, maybe.
Alright, speaking of that, what was it like to work with James Gandolfini?
It was cool, man. I just met him for like a quick minute, you know what I mean? Actually, when we shot, I met him. He shot his part first, came out. That's when I met him. When we shot our parts, he wasn't even in there. You know what I mean? So, and they had the whole restaurant draped off, and you know, it was the season ending, so we didn't know what it was.
What was your reaction when you heard that he passed away?
I was kind of like in shock. I didn't know what it was. You know what I mean? I'm like, I didn't know if he was sick or not. And I'm gonna be honest, man. You know, my reaction was like, damn, another great one who was ill with his craft, you know what I mean? And when he was getting in the character, he was getting in the character. You know, and first thing I thought, to be honest, was like, okay, he was a little overweight or whatever. So I'm thinking, you know, was it a heart attack, you know? And it just made me think, as we get older as artists and entertainers, we gotta take care of ourselves, man. We really do.
Speaking of that, man, you and Treach, man, you guys have like a real good chemistry.
That's my brother from another, man.
Acting, like on Zoo.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever think of doing something, you know, like maybe like a New York, like a New Jersey undercover or something? Like kind of.
I mean, that's me and Treach. That's just the way we are every time we're in the building together, man. We're just like that. So doing the Zoo movie it felt like I was just kicking it with my homie, my brother. And after we did the movie, a lot of people said that we should do something together, you know, on the acting tip. And we were thinking about it, we came up with an idea of doing a series called The Zoo. I heard they're doing it now. I don't know if Treach is involved, but you know, that's my man. So hopefully we can work that out and make it happen sooner, you know, sooner than later.
Now, what's the status on the Lords of the Underground 20th anniversary album?
Lords of the Underground 20th anniversary. We're gonna have to give y'all another interview for that, man. But shout out to Mr. Funky Man. Shout out to DJ Lord Jazz. Shout out to Marley Marl. Shout out to Brian Latour. Oh my God, man. Shout out to my man Reed. Shout out to my man Josh. Shout out to my man E. These are all of the people that's working on the project. It's going down, man. It's going down. Like, we ready. The album we're gonna give it to you in 3 parts. It's called LOTUG 20. Crazy, man. Crazy.
Are you guys in the lab for most of the records? Or is it
yeah. No, we couldn't do the email part. We couldn't do that email thing, you know what I mean? Like, we had to be in the studio. Right. You know, actually we didn't email nothing. We were in the studio. The only person that wasn't in the studio with us all the time was DJ Lord Jazz. But, you know, he's cutting and scratching, so it's not like he has to be at every session. Right. And on the album, man, we got Redman, Busta Rhymes, Treach. You remember Vonda, she used to sing "Over Like a Fat Rat." I might be going too far back for some of y'all youngest, man. But she's singing on a joint we got with Redman. We got Bump Pro on the album. Oh my God, that's crazy, man. And we have a surprise. The female that was on every Lords of the Underground album except one, Miss Sabi, is on the album, man. Definitely. So that's crazy, man.
No doubt, dog. So after all these years, man, how's the group chemistry still? You guys get together?
Me and Funk still don't like each other. I don't like his big nose. No, I'm only kidding. No, that's my brother. I mean, you know, like brothers, we get on each other's nerves at times. But one thing that I could say about Lords of the Underground, we vowed that we would never split up. We would never break up. Once we gained that brotherly bond, we said that we would never allow anything to break us up. We said we'll all just quit the group. If it, you know what I mean, we'll just stop and retire before we just break up. You know what I mean?
You guys didn't break up in the early
Never,
2000s?
never.
That was
Nope.
rumor or something?
Yeah, it must have been. We never broke up. We never broke up.
No doubt. Now, as far as Do It All, the solo artist,
Yeah.
how are you different when you're making music compared to the group?
I think I care when I make Lords of the Underground records. I don't give no fuck when it come to Do It. No, but for real, I don't really care. There's no boundaries for me when it comes to a Do It All record. I just feel like if I thought it, then I can create it. You know, with Lords of the Underground, I feel like that I have to worry that Funk doesn't believe in this. You know what I mean? And I don't believe in that. I have to compromise a lot. So when compromising creates boundaries, whether you like it to be or not. Now, how flexible the boundaries are or depends on the chemistry in the relationship. But bottom line, there's boundaries. When I deal with myself, there's only boundaries that I give myself. You know what I mean? So it creates a different energy, and that different energy creates a different music.
So, now I know in 2010 you did the American Do album. You got anything lined up? Is another solo album coming out?
Yeah, I didn't think I was until I started Him V2. And Him V2 is Hunger in My Voice too. Now hashtag it. But I didn't think I was, but I think I'm gonna call the album Mr. Do It. Yeah, I think it's gonna be my first real personal. I think I'm gonna get personal on the album.
So what's the hardest part of being in a group and the best part?
The hardest part in being in a group is that when you first go on the road, they put y'all all in one room, and one of them got smelly feet and the other one got bad. Nah, I'm only kidding, but nah, the hardest part about being in a group is that if you're an expressive person, I think expression has no limits. But when you're dealing with 3 different types of expression, you have to compromise. And like I said, when you compromise, that causes limits. And you feel your way around it and figure out how to get around it. But that is the thing that I don't like, because I feel like I'm expressive. And I just want to create how I want to create. You don't have to like it or not, but as long as I feel like I got out what was in my mind. And I think that is the difference with just being a solo artist.
No doubt. What's the craziest Lords of the Underground group moment that comes to mind after all these years?
Group moment? When we didn't realize how famous we were at one point. You know, we had, myself and Mr. Funky Man, we from Newark, New Jersey, born and raised. DJ Lord Jazz is from Cleveland, Ohio. Shout out to OH10, man. And Cleveland and Newark is kind of the same place. It's like Cleveland's like Midwest Newark, you know. And when we got on the road, when we first went on the road, we were going out for one weekend, and we wound up staying out 8 months. You know what I mean? So we didn't realize we weren't watching TV. We weren't hearing the radio because we were working. So we didn't realize how famous we got. So one time we went to London. Teddy Riley needed, and Roxanne Shante needed somebody to open up for them to fill up their slot. And this is Rex and Effects had bump in the, you know, all that type of stuff out. So this was our first international flight. So we was like, hell yeah, we want to go. Went to London. We just we just fans feeling like we on Teddy Riley's show. So we walks out the front door to go to McDonald's to get something to eat. Now this shows you how new we are. We don't even realize that they have all this food in the back for the artists, none of that. We walk out the front door of the show, start walking down the street, the line is around the corner. Somebody out the line in an English accent said, "Oh my God, it's the Lords." The whole crowd just went crazy and we couldn't believe it. They chased us into a Burger King. And it was just crazy, man. And that night we had a fight with like 3 of the fans. It was,
Wow.
yeah, it was crazy.
What's on your hip hop bucket list? What do you want to do that you haven't done yet?
My hip hop bucket list that I haven't done. Wow. I mean, it might not have been a Grammy, but I won an award, BET 93 Group of the Year award. I performed in front of hundreds of thousands of people, multi-hundreds of thousands. I've been around the world and performed. I've made money. It might not be Jay-Z money. I don't know, man. I feel like I've been blessed. Like God, like, you know, if something was to happen tomorrow, man, I really have had a blessed career. It might not be where some people have gone, but a lot of people haven't been to my level either. You know, and I feel like the things that I've accomplished with creativity is amazing to me. Like, it's amazing to me. So where I want to go, I don't know, man. Wherever creativity takes me.
All right. That'll be the last question, the one I forgot. When I talked to you, when we last talked 4 years ago, one of the questions was about the state of hip hop. 4 years later, is it worse? Better?
Man, is hip hop better or worse 4 years later? It's almost like I want to say yay and nay. You know, yes and no. I mean, it depends on what you define as hip hop. Because what I'm starting to learn is that the younger generation has a different definition. And the older generation has another definition. But it makes sense to me to listen to the older people who have lived it before you. And I'm not saying that the way that you are living hip hop is not hip hop. I'm just saying understand the way that it was created. And then you'll understand the paths that you're living it now, that you're applying it to your life now. And I think that, like I've said before, man, the way that you receive something is the way that you give it. The way that you taught something, the way that you learn something is the way you're gonna teach it. You know, so if the people, the way they're getting it right now, they're getting it effed up from somebody else.
So in your opinion, is it worse or better?
I think that there's some great hip hop out there, and I think that there's some horrible hip hop out there.
All right, majority rules, in your opinion.
Hip hop rules, dude.
Yeah?
It's still hip hop, yeah.